Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town Grand Station. I've let this run for a while. I put in some extra potatoes, so we have another potato field here, and our potatoes have backed up, and we've got plenty of yellow coins. So, shall we finish off our potato bread and get this actually going? Because it will be the first item we're actually properly making. Everything should be awesome. So we're full on potatoes here. We are full on coal. We are not full on flour. We need to make the flour. I've also changed this slightly. I'm not going to do the what I was doing before with the whole train coming in, train going out sort of thing like that. You know, if this, if the other. I'm just going to literally have a toggle, and I'm going to do it at every place that requires anything that's multiple, like flour. I know for an instance we'll need multiple links. So basically that toggles there, that toggles that, and then you toggle that, which means that should turn off. And then when the train passes that agent trigger, it will toggle this on, saying I am clear, and turn on the sorter. And that's the easiest way I can think of doing it, because we will have multiple trains doing things. It does mean stuff down there will get coal before this does, but I think overall it will balance out. We will be putting a train for each system, so eventually it'll get to the point where a station further down the line will just fill up and then move on. So I think we'll be okay. So we want to make flour. Where was flour to be made? I didn't even remember. Here was where flour was to be made. Oh, this is all set up, but it needs a train, doesn't it? And then that's going to be a pickup, isn't it? No, this is a drop off. So this will drop off grain, and that will pick up flour. Okay, so we're going to need two trains. Let's go all the way down to our fuel. Could probably put a fuel source further up as well, as if that would make a bit more sense. Let's grab a cart. Put 3 on. I did notice a problem with one of my carts. Yeah, here all the carts are full of coal. I think something was messed up on some of the numbers. Well, that's messed up. That should be 500. I think something was messed up on some of the numbers, and it ended up putting loads of coal onto the system. It picked up loads of coal without. I think I had the bottom ones connected to the train station, and the top ones connected to this, so it was all a bit wrong. But it should be okay, because this will eventually empty out, because we'll request more coal. So this is going to be a grain train. Where is grain? Grain is here, which is on this one here, which is tag not 00303. Okay, and then if I tell you to go, you should go and pick up grain. Not because there's no grain in there. Why is there no grain in there? No grain in there because there is no grain here, because there is no grain there. Okie dokie. So we have a train picking up grain, and there's no grain being picked up. Ah, here was the grain train. Yeah, I think we need more, because I think we're using all the grain up. So we got locomotive, train. Locomotive, train. I could potentially put 3 trains with 3 carts on. I like the idea of having more trains with less carts than fewer trains with more carts, if that makes sense. Because I feel as if the throughput would be higher if you have less trains, if you have more trains but with fewer carts. So they're transporting 60 a go, so that's 6, 12, 18. Whereas if you had 2 with 500, yeah, it'd be 200, but you got to wait for that one train to come down, get 100 here, another train to come down, get another 100 here. It does mean that potentially you could end up with a train that's blocked here, because it can't drop all its grain off, but then it'll just go back and it'll be fine. It won't be any problems for it. So yeah, so let's do that as well, shall we? Let's we'll put 2 steam locomotives in, and we'll go dum, 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 dum. And I don't think I can just copy settings from a train. Not at least it's 3 in grain. That's all we need to know. Ooh, what does it do there? Okay. 03. 03. Grain and grain. Awesome. Right, so unpaused game. You go. You go. And they'll go and get more grain and bring more grain back, and everything will be awesome. Okay, so you are not filtered to anything. You are not filtered, so you are dropping off flour. So we need a flour train as well. Is that a flour train I made, or was that a grain train? It was a flour train, wasn't it? This one, this locomotive here that is picking up all the grain. And feeding to our town, that is what's taking all of our goods. Maybe we could change that to be in red already. 5 in bread? Let's change this to be in 005. And bread. So it's prepared for when the bread starts. We've got enough money for the moment. I think I remember saying that a lot, and I always mess up and it ends up not being right. And okay. And I'm also going to add a second minecart here for grain, just to try and get going a bit more. Now that blocker is connected stuff. Awesome. Right, we've got a blocker down here. That one is connected. This one wasn't connected. So this is flour. So we need a flour. Where's flour? Flour is there. So if you're more than 500, yep. Then we zoom right out, because the camera moves faster when you zoom right out, and then we zoom back in again, and then we right click on that blocker there, and that will turn that blocker on if we have more than 500 in the barn, which will stop our trains doing anything. Okay, so we're going to do the train down here for picking up flour, aren't we? 1, 2, 3. You are flour, and you are 4. Tag 04, and away you go. You can't pick up anything because obviously there's nothing. Well, you can't drop everything because there's nothing in it, but you'll go and do your thing. Okay, here come trains for the grain. Having 3 trains might cause a backlog here as well, but we may have to redesign this at some point, which I'm not too worried about. I have space. I have space here and space here, so if we need to move the train stations back for any reason, to change our rails, we have space to do it. Not a lot of space, but we have space to do it. Okay, there we go. So that's 6, 12, 18. So 3 trains. Yeah, and then if a 4th one comes along, it won't do it. Maybe no, they should empty it in time. Should be fine. Should be fine. So when this gets over 99, it will turn off that, and then when this gets over 500, it will turn off the grain, which is awesome. You've got 40 there, so we should have a train coming down the line somewhere, asking for grain. No, there he is. He's already got grain. Awesome. Oh boy, do I wish there was a follow mode. Click on a target and click something, and then the camera just follows it along. That would be cool. You're fine for that. In fact, you're starting to drop down, so maybe we'll put in more there. Grain is something I can see us needing a lot of, so I may even put more on the other side of it. Or may steal some other things here, like sugar. I'm not sure how much we need of sugar. Okay, so there we go. So there's grain. Grain goes down to the grain mill. Grain gets turned into flour. Oh, flour can come down here, into this one here, and away we go. Awesome. Now flour is another one I know we need lots more of, so I will probably design this a bit better. But yeah, but for the farms, we may well encroach on either side. What's this one? This is Omni pipes. We probably could do with a thinner Omni pipe and a thinner sugar. So we have like the 4 farms in here, but 2 are sugar and 2 are grain going off this way. Or potentially we could go the other side of the rail as well and just pipe it over the top. In fact, you could do loads on the other side here and pipe it over into this if required. I don't know. I don't know. And we can, of course, extend this as well to have multiple train stations. Not quite sure how I'd figure that one out, but I'm sure it could be done. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'd figure out multiple train stations. Probably just have a track with a splitter on it, and then just split left, right, so they go to different train stations. So, because there's also no reason why we can't move the train gate up and then rejoin like that. So there are options. There are options if we need them. But anyway, we are making flour. Not making a lot of flour yet, but we are making flour. You've only got 2 carts on each. 3 on you. Okay, so we're making flour, so you want flour, so you may as well now start going. Well, no, we've got to wait for this one to start going. I said I kind of predict this being a lot. So how many actual squares is that? From start to end, it is 15. So it would go there. No, it wouldn't. Sorry, it would go there. What if we did that instead? Move the sorter. That. And then we can potentially build another 2 of you. Because even though it's designed for 5 trains, which is technically 12 tiles because of the locomotive takes a tile up, the 3 cart system is 4, 8, 12, so that also fits in the same system. So then we can always add more trains and not really worry about things. I want you to come down here so I can just copy you, and then what's that? That is iron. That's going off to the iron ore. This track is going to become very busy, I can see. As the place grows and starts going, there's going to be loads of trains doing loads of things. The problem with putting 3 trains on here is that this is not designed for 3 trains. But again, we could potentially enlarge this one. There's no reason why this couldn't come over here and then like join here, and then this one come over here and join here. So we've got locomotive, cart, locomotive, cart, locomotive, cart. Ah, we'd have to join there. So if we went 15 from that tile there, that wouldn't really work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, no, that wouldn't quite work. It's not enough space here. We'd have to space these out further, which wouldn't be impossible to do, if I'm honest, because it's just a case of grabbing those, move them over, grabbing those, move them over, grabbing those, move them over. Not complicated to do. But I think we're okay. I think we're okay because the pickups shouldn't really cause that much of a problem. There were 3 trains coming at once. There'd always be a gap between them anyway, because when the trains back up at the other end, control? No, it wasn't control, was it? Yes, it was control, but it doesn't copy the signal tag. Okay. Okay. Go and go. Yeah, what I mean by that is that with the trains always being separated out, like here, you see the trains will drop off their goods and then pick up their goods, so there's always going to be a space between them, or pick up their goods, sorry, and then when they come over here to drop them off, the train has to stop and actually take time to drop off, and if it's full, then it will just stop, because that's just the way it'll work. See, the drawback to this system now is that I can't really have multiple trains coming in here. There's no way I can use my agent trigger to say, hey, multiple trains come in here. So, yeah, that's not exactly going to work, is it? Car, track locomotive, car, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one should be like that. You should be there. We want an agent trigger there and there. A toggle there, which is currently on. You connect to that. You. No, hold on, that's wrong. You connect to that. You connect to that, and then you connect to that. Yeah, that's better. And then when one comes along, it will join. It won't let the others go, so they'll probably turn around and go off somewhere else. Unless I can spread them out a bit better. Let's watch this one first. Let's see what it does. So you go down. Yeah, you're not going to make it on. So I'm going to turn that rail off. I'm going to turn that rail off as well. Okay. Now you turn back on again and you're ready. You go down there. You turn off that one. And you can go and do exactly the same. And you just drive straight through because you're fine with that. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay. I could probably do with actually putting a bigger gap between those two. Just so when they come around again, it'll be timed better. The thing is, we're not exactly filling this up, are we? We're only putting 100 in here. So our 3, yeah, that's not going to work, is it? No, we just need a single train with 5 carts on it, don't we? So let's upgrade all these central ones for here. The pickups we could do with multiple trains, having little ones. That I think would still work. Because there's no stop them. They only stop when they want to empty. So that I think will be fine. But let's do that. I don't think potatoes are used anywhere else. They probably are. But right now we've only got the one. But do you know what? I might as well do it because. So, no, I can't click that agent trigger. Aha. Here he is. You connect to that. You connect to that, and then you connect to that. You are currently red. Okay, there we go. The one train with 5 carts makes more sense. We have got 3 trains with 5 carts now, so some of them are going to start driving around like nutters, but that's because we're only dropping 100 goods into here. If I was to up that to more than that, the problem would be that I'm worried the carts would run out or cause problems. I don't really want to do a hold until full. If I did a hold until full, that could potentially block the whole line up, because we definitely need like sidings for that sort of thing. So we'll see. We need to speed up the transportation from here downwards. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. But if I now start you can go. Aha, our flower train has gone, which is awesome. I will put more grain mills in. Don't worry about that. That's not how it's saying, obviously. Where is our flower train? There is our flower train. Awesome. The pickups and drop-offs. Sorry, the drop-offs, I should say. The outside rails would probably work with 3 carts, and then we can have multiple carts picking up from the same place, because they're only taking from one location and dropping to another, whereas the central line is picking up from one location but dropping to multiple locations. So having the 5 carts on there so it picks up 100 go makes more sense. So we also need a minecart, which to flower. Go. Which would mean we need another minecart in here as well. It's filtered to nothing, because we don't need to filter the ones in the center, do we? No. Where did you get? You're our flower cart, and you're going to fail to get anything because I didn't do things properly. Yeah, I think this was all set up badly as well, so we were picking up goods that we shouldn't have been picking up. There were all sorts of problems. Okay, so all trains on the central rail would have 5 carts, all trains on the outside rail would have 3 carts, and we might extend these out to be longer pickups, so that multiple trains can get in there for picking up goods. Because the pickup don't have any limitations, whereas the drop-offs do. The drop-offs have 100 limitation or 200 limitation. So yeah, awesome. Okay, but hopefully now. Where are you? You're grain. You're a grain train. You're a grain train. We've got 3 grain trains and only 1 grain pickup. I really think we're going to have to redesign this. I don't think having just 200 in there is going to be enough. Because, I mean, at the moment we got 100 in there, and then it stops. I won't need that logic when I get the conveyor belts, because they can just run permanently. I don't have to worry about it. But I think, I mean, yeah, if when I get the conveyor belts, that'll go to 200, so it'll be able to feed 2 full trains. Then if a third one comes along afterwards, it's going to cause some problems, but Yeah, we may have to look into trying something else here. Not entirely sure what. Because they don't hold as much as I wish they could. You know, they hold 200 of each goods. I don't know. If you've got any ideas of what I could do for this, multiple train stations, maybe. I don't know. Maybe one train station per line, and then have 2 of each goods, so that gives 400. I mean, for most of it, it'd be fine. The grain one is just a big problem. I can see the grain one being a huge issue. Grain, planks, those sort of ones are really high demand stuff. But then we're not really going for throughput, are we? We're just going for proof of concept, getting this working. And then later on, we'll look at anything. So, yeah. Okay, so it's going to work. It's going to work as it is. It's fine. So, okay, so you're going to drop off your flour in there. Boom. You're going to take the flour up to there. Did someone pick the flour up? They did. They did. A train did. I missed it. There it is. There's the flour train. Oh, we've got a broken... That probably doesn't need to be there. I don't even know what that is. Gold ore? Yeah, that's gold ore. That'll be the other way. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here comes our flour. We have our bread train. And again, this is just proof of getting it working. Once I do get it working, we will have more kitchens. So, you know, we won't be looking at just one. We'll have... Oh, we'll have multiple ones. Okay, so... Why is that off? That should be on. You should be good. Ah, I bet it didn't trigger when that went over it. Dong. Let's do that. Which is really bad for our train system, but it's fine. Oh. I thought so. So you need to do that. And then you can go. Awesome. Right. And then I need to just redo the rails underneath here. So straight on that way. Because there was no rail to say you could turn right here. There was only a rail saying you could turn left. There we go. So there's the flour. Flour goes into the kitchen. The kitchen starts making the bread, which will use less flour, which is good. Right. And then you will drop the bread off in there. And then the bread will get put into the train. You're only picking up one at a time. That's fine for the minute. As I said, we will put down more as we go, and have some way to get 3 goods to all of them. That's not really a problem. Maybe just a line. Inputs on one side, outputs on the other. That's usually how it works, and then just do a line, a line, a line. Maybe put like 3 lines in or something. I don't know. I don't really think we've got that much of a throughput for the moment, so. You are literally grabbing like one at a time, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. Maybe add some more people in here just to try and get this going and check it is all working. I should also extend these rails out of it, shouldn't I? Copy. If the train goes up, it won't block that. If the train goes up and it's broken for some bizarre reason. I don't know why it would be, but... Aha! There we go. And then that one's triggered. And our potato train has gone. And there we go, that one has triggered, and now our coal train is gone, so that is all working. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is good. And just wait for this train to fill up. Not very exciting to watch, sorry about that, but I want to make sure everything is working and everything is running, and then we'll get our first loaf of bread, and everyone will be happy. There you go, so that's now run out. So, and that is exactly enough. That is exactly enough. So, oh, that should be held until full is on. The locomotive should be going. Oh, the blocker. Oh, the blocker. Okay, so there we go. So it wasn't working. Let's zoom down here. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Where is bread? We don't have bread on our network. So let's get that. Copy that. We will go bread, please. Where's bread? There's bread. You are linked to that. You are linked to that. You are going to be bread. And I did change these ones over. I haven't changed the rest over yet. You will then be linked to that one, isn't it? Yeah. So turn off the rail once we get more than whatnot inside it. Okie dokie. Right. And then we're going to need some minecarts, which we don't have the iron for. That's worrying. Oh. I think the problem that we don't have the iron for it is because we're not transporting the iron fast enough. Move the old forge up there. Somehow you've managed to pick up an iron from that thing that wasn't even there, but hey ho, whatever. That's fine. We could probably do with a cart for this as well, actually. Nope, he's fine. He's fine. Okay. That's going to give us some iron. Come on, iron train. Where are you? There we go. All stuff that requires much more throughput. We require much higher throughput of goods. Because you're doing the iron for this because you're making tracks, aren't you? So every time I put tracks down, it causes problems. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, would you be so kind as to pick up some iron, put it in there so I can pause the game and then grab myself 2 minecarts? I could have grabbed them from elsewhere, anyway. When I think about it, we've got plenty on trains and stuff that don't really need. You go there and then don't know which way around half these things are going, but I don't particularly really care, if I'm honest. So you go, you're going to be filtered to be in red. You go. Okay. And then we want this bread one to connect all the way over here to our bread pickup. Boom. And then we want to turn that off. And that should work. That should work. So you will drop off the bread. The bread will then get transported around by the carts. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, you'll drop the bread in there. The bread will get picked up by that cart and dropped off in the No, it won't. Because that cart's on the wrong side. Ah. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Awesome. So you get picked up by that cart and then dropped off into the bread. And then you'll pick up the bread. I'm going to turn you around. You'll pick up the bread. Not that it matters. It would be exactly the same thing, but whatever. Yeah, you pick up the bread, you drop it in there. And then the other train, this one here, will pick up said bread. And we'll drop it off in this train station here. And then you are no longer going to be... I need to change this to be in bread, otherwise it won't work. Bread. Awesome. And you are going to be taking bread and sell it to there. Awesome. Awesome. So here comes the bread train. You drop off your bread in there. Awesome. No, I don't want to do holding till empty because that could cause problems later on. So, yeah. If I did multiple train stations, like one train station for 4 and then doubled up, I'd have to spread this out more. But again, that's not impossible. It's not difficult. Not with the just tap and drag. Not an issue. So, okay, so you've got bread in there. You pick up the bread, drop it in there. Awesome. You come along. Boom. You pick up the bread. The life cycle of a lump of grain. You will drop off there. No, you won't. Why won't you drop off there? Why did you not drop off there? You have bread. Well, now you can colour me confused. Why did he not stop there? That is a train stop. Why aren't you stopping there? What's wrong? What's wrong? You are allowing bread. You are bread. You have bread. Bread. Interesting. Anyone know why that's not working? When it was working for grain, and now it's not working for bread? Right, let's delete it. Let's put it back down again. Bonk. Okay, and you're going to be filtered with bread. And I don't remember what the other one was that we filtered with, but does anyone else remember what we filtered with? I don't remember. There we go. How strange. How strange. Okay, and then you are to take bread to there. Awesome. There we go. Probably apples or something. I don't know. But there we go. And then we'll sell apple, sell bread. Boom. There's our bread being sold. We're making money. Yay! It works. It works. Hurrah. So yeah, we shall leave this one here and come back next time. And we'll carry on building our wonderful grand station. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.